Feeding calves once a day is a very natural system. Calves get a full feed and are very content all day long. In once a day feeding, 1 jug of powder can be mixed into 2.5 jugs of water, which gives you 3 litres of mixed milk per calf per feed. Even though it is only 3 litres of mixed milk, it gives you about the same amount of solids as in 5 litres of whole milk or regularly mixed milk replacer. Bigger calves can be fed more, or very small calves can be fed less. The instructions for this can be found on the bag. You can also add Shine once a day to cow's milk. You just add 1 level jug of powder, which is 600 grams, to 10 litres of cow's milk and feed this to 3 calves. No water is added to the milk unless you want to heat up cold milk. In this case, for every 1 litre of water added, add 200 grams of powder. It is good practice to use the scales to check the weight of the powder is correct, as it can vary slightly between batches. With once a day milk feeding, the milk replacer which is used is extremely important. It must contain sufficient levels of your slow digesting protein. This is your low heat skim milk powder. This acts like casein in whole milk. It enters the abomasum of the calf and forms a firm curd which is slowly digested throughout the day. Nearly all calf milk replacers are digested only in the intestines, but Shine once a day is slowly digested in the abomasum as well, which is why it's the #1 once a day powder in Ireland and the UK. Farmers often worry that this will result in the calf being too full to eat their concentrates or straw, but this is not the case. In fact, calves will begin to eat higher levels of concentrates earlier, naturally accelerating rumen development and so allowing earlier weaning without any consequences to the calf's health or growth. Most farmers initially try Shine once a day from a labour point of view, but find they have much better calves that can be weaned earlier and so stick with it regardless of labour requirements. For the once a day milk feeding system to work, there are a few simple rules that must be followed. When you are feeding calves once a day, you must feed them at the same time every day and exactly the same time. It doesn't matter what time of the day you pick, once it's the same time every day. Calves must have ad lib access to concentrates and clean fresh water. Straw or good quality meadow hay is also essential. If these rules are followed, calves can be weaned earlier. It can be 5 to 7 days earlier. Trial work and farmer feedback suggests that an hour to an hour and a half per day can be saved. This compares favourably to automatic feeding systems, but because less powder is used, up to €50 per calf can be saved on powder, which adds up quite quickly. This is a €5,000 saving on powder for 100 calves. It's crucial that calves are checked thoroughly more than once a day. The once a day feeding system allows you to be more flexible with your time for your extra visits to the calf shed. It allows you to put more time into potentially sick calves, but also to pay more attention to your newborn calves. One worry farmers often have with moving calves to once a day is when penned beside baby calves being fed twice a day. They expect their calves to be complaining and making a lot of noise when they don't get their second feed, but this isn't the case. And that is why farmers are always commenting on how quiet their calves are. A recent trial found that calves fed twice a day were actually more stressed during the day than calves fed once a day, and so were more prone to disease. You can find more information on once a day feeding, including growth rate advantages, on our website bonanzacalf.ie.